Former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich, joins me. Newt, I think Trump will take advantage of any shutdown. He's going to slim the government down. Does Trump have Schumer trapped?
Well, I think Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries have trapped themselves. Look, the objective fact is, and we just did a poll, America's New Majority Project, I wrote about it in the New York Sun yesterday. The country does not want the government shut down, and the country does not want spending to increase. So if you have Democrats saying, I'm going to shut the government down unless you spend billions more, they're on the wrong side of both of those issues. And I don't quite know how Schumer and Jeffries allowed this to happen. But basically, Trump has maneuvered them to a point where they're giving him the opportunity, and Russ Vought has been preparing for this for the last 4 years at the America First Policy Institute and at his own shop. I mean, he knows what he's doing. And they're giving Trump the excuse to begin to shrink large parts of the federal government at a speed you would never get in a normal environment. So, and frankly, this is going to affect the governor's race in Virginia, where there are a huge number of federal employees. It's going to affect the governor's race in New Jersey. If these Democratic senators vote to close the government, they're voting to lay off the federal employees. This is going to be bad for the Democrats in both states.
And the longer it goes on, the longer Schumer fails to come to some kind of compromise or cave, the worse it gets for government employees, because Trump's going to go down the line, down the list, chopping whatever he wants. The longer it goes on, the worse it gets for Schumer.
Look, this is not complicated. President Trump ran to have a smaller government. He was elected, and the Senate and House Republicans were elected to have a smaller government. Now, the Democrats, by closing the government, are going to give the president the excuse to decide selectively. You know, in Washington, they'll have this like a snowstorm, and they'll say only essential personnel need to show up. I've always thought, you know, if you're not essential, why are we paying you? And so you're going to have this test that basically says, if you can't prove you're essential, you need to go find a private sector job.
It's brutal, isn't it? Newt, I want to talk about New Jersey. I live there. New Jersey Democrat gubernatorial candidate Mikey Sherrill was blocked from attending her Naval Academy graduation ceremony. That was back in 1994. She was blocked because of her alleged involvement in a cheating scandal. Meanwhile, new reports show she's made millions of dollars trading stocks while she was in Congress. Added up, Newt, does the Republican candidate, Jack Ciattarelli, does he have a real shot at winning in blue New Jersey?
Well, Jack has a real shot because, frankly, he almost won last time. And if the Republicans had believed how real that opportunity was, just a small number of additional resources, he would have been governor last time. New Jersey has had terribly high property taxes. They've had all sorts of problems with corruption. The idea that you're going to elect somebody who made millions while they were in Congress and who couldn't graduate because she had been involved in a cheating scandal, is this really what you want in Trenton? And I think, given what was just reported, and Gallup had the same report, the Democrats are at the lowest point of favorability in modern polling, and it's going to keep getting worse. And if they run people who are cheaters and who are willing to close the government, I just think that they're going straight into a decade of really being in the wilderness.
President Trump has firmly backed Jack Ciattarelli. Does a Trump endorsement help in New Jersey?
Trump endorsement helps because it turns out the base in New Jersey, and in an off-year election like this, if the Republican base votes, they're going to win. And again, Jack Ciattarelli came very close last time, and I think the president realizes that both in Virginia, where the Democrat nominee Spanberger has got to get the two Democratic senators to vote to keep the government open, or she has all of those hundreds of thousands of federal employees who live in Virginia, and in New Jersey, where, again, the two Democratic senators ought to vote to keep the government open. This is a very simple issue for the two Republican candidates for governor. They favor being practical. They favor a clean, no spending increase resolution. What are the Democrats going to do?
I've lived in New Jersey for close on 50 years. This, to me, is a revolution. Newt Gingrich, always a pleasure.